Definitely clapping. Where'd that come from? Like, welcome back, right?
Welcome to another episode of Searching for MacGuffin with your host, George.
I had the urge to say Dan. Gabe.
And Link, what the heck is this?
Wait, no, I lied.
What?
Why is there hair?
What?
There's hair all over this.
Well, you weren't on the show last week. So
Yeah, you were missing in action.
we put your mic on the floor.
We also-
What? Okay. Okay.
I can hear all these popping things now. Sorry, Dan.
Are you just?
I'm not gonna be making out with cat fur.
Are you just a savage? You just threw out.
Where did you? What happened? What happened this past week?
I don't want to make out with cat fur. I put the mic right to my mouth.
I feel like you're popping
Pause.
your peas.
Pause.
On purpose.
I do this. You get me? I'm not gonna put that with cat fur.
Audio listeners have no idea what's going on.
So
And again, I beseech you to go watch us.
As we mentioned last week, Link was off the show.
Uh.
Me and Gabe did a monthly, and we introduced ourselves as I forgot what was that?
I was
Carnitas?
double chicken and you were carnitas.
No, I was carnitas and
you
you
were
were
no carne asada.
You were carne asada.
Damn it.
Yes, and we kind of had a wager on what Chipotle meat you would be introduced as, Link. So
Choose your meat.
since
any meat
yeah, from
Pick
Chipotle.
your meat from Chipotle.
Yeah.
from Chipotle. You are the carnitas,
I'm carne asada.
I'm carnitas.
He's
Oh.
carnitas.
bro. I'm the brisket, bro.
That's what George said, but then I said that's not a regular,
That's
so
not a
pick something
regular?
else.
Then
But
I
good
said,
call, George.
Thank you.
Well, you're the carne asada. What?
I'm
He's
carne
a carne
asada
Oh, okay.
or steak, whatever.
Dang, that's a good one. That's a good one. I think
Technically, mine isn't even a
what's
What?
a
because
tofu?
they have steak, but they have the seasonal carne asada.
Oh, that's
So I guess mine's is different.
true. Well,
Are you the chicken carne asada?
that's not a thing.
The chicken al pastor. That's also
That was
seasonal.
my second pick, chicken al pastor. Get it? Only Link will get
Only
it.
thing gets it.
What's the name of the tofu? I actually pick the tofu every once in a while.
Sofritas?
Sofritas.
I like the sofritas.
Okay,
You
that's.
like sofritas?
Yeah, man.
I used to
No, not
love.
you.
Well, long story short, went to Washington D.C. once. They had sofritas. Was blown away. Fell in love. Came back to Miami. Months, maybe even years later, we finally got sofritas down here. Got sick of it. Just ate it so much. Also, I feel like they just throw way too much spice now. It used to be a little more subtle.
Question.
Yeah.
What was the long version of that story like?
The long story was we were in Washington, D.C. on a trip. American history, yada, 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 looking for vegan
With
options.
your school?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
cool.
When I
Oh,
was
like
a-
in Spider-Man.
yeah, exactly. Looking for vegetarian options because I was at the time. Then probably more specific timeline, even though I would have made it up on the spot and like all the facts would have been wrong, but I would have convinced you that I knew what I was talking about.
Okay. Cool.
What is this week's episode again?
What was that noise? Speaking about convincing.
Invincible.
No, we talked about that last week. You
Speaking about invincible.
don't listen to the show when you're not on it, do you?
Nah, I never listen to the show.
Never.
Not even when I'm on it.
So that's
Link
well,
is
you
just-
listen to it while you're
Link
on it.
is just
right?
very in the moment.
Yeah.
He just likes to be present.
So you actually don't know if you're good at this at all.
I mean, I used to listen to them. Now I don't.
To them. Oh, I don't know why he was referring to us as them. Over
Yeah.
I used to listen to
Is
the
our-
episodes.
is our show's
Them being the
pronouns they,
episodes,
them?
yeah.
those guys.
I used to listen to the episodes,
And?
but when I stopped,
Okay.
That's okay though.
And you're not
because-
interested whenever you're not on the show because
no,
I go out of my way to listen to it when I'm not on the show.
I don't listen to it when I'm on the show or off the show. Equality, baby.
Oh, I guess that's
He doesn't discriminate.
I don't.
okay.
Speaking about discrimination. I have no tie-in.
Oh,
I think we're talking about what? Social media today?
social media. Oh, actually, okay. So the way we came to this week's topic was a brief discussion that we had last week on the show when we kind of like caught up on what we were doing and where we were, and I don't know how we stumbled upon like a mini side quest about how we had kind of disassociated from our social media and how we had got positive results from that. And then I've had this topic in the holster for a while. Is that what it is? The holster? No. What's what do you call it when you have the rotating thing on the gun? When you pull, like the bullets go in the barrel? Chamber. I had this one in the chamber.
Bro, I thought the holster was where you put the gun.
You put the physical gun in a holster.
Yeah, exactly. So
Oh, okay, so I got right.
So it's
there.
like
What he said isn't technically incorrect, but what he was looking for.
I was
chamber.
looking for chamber, but so I like switched to another metaphor, right? Because it's like in the holster, the episode topic is the gun, but in the chamber, the episode topic is the
bullets.
the bullet, right? Either way, I'm gonna pull the trigger on it today.
Bang
which is
bang, scissor gang.
rest in peace.
Whoa, what do you mean? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Got
the Bang
together.
Bang Scissor
And,
Gang broke up. Yeah. Today's topic is the media in social media. So this show is mostly about TV, movies, all this other stuff that we talked about last month. We ran through a gamut. I keep using that word. I think I use it right. Of television series that we watched in Link's absence. But so much of what we consume, interface, and even create is informed by the social media. And I think it affects the way that we tell these stories, that we consume these stories, that we identify with these stories. That's different from previous generations. So we're just basically want to look at how we discover, how we share, and how we consume media through the lens of social media.
I mean, this podcast is consumed through social media.
That is correct.
It's true.
You want to give a little more insight into that?
Yeah, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube.
And actually, more people see whatever seconds it is through there than they do the rest of the show,
It's true.
which is interesting because I'll get feedback on clips, but not on entire
Episode, yeah.
I'll get more feedback on clips than I will on entire episodes because it's just this constant bombardment. We're a little drop in that ocean of all the media that we're constantly presented, day to day. How do you think platforms influence our habits, whether it be how we watch or anything else?
I just realized I threw my thing on the ground.
You got to be specific because the listeners don't know what the thing you
I
threw
don't
on
know
the
what
ground
that thing
was.
is. The microphone condom
No,
that protects you from the
it's
pee.
not a Microsoft.
It protects
comment.
you from the pee, so it's a
No, it is a.
protection.
Why don't we know what it's called?
The sleeve,
Not the catcher. What is it?
the holster.
A catcher would be a condom too.
Oh, well, I'm learning things every day.
Yeah, it sounds like a condom.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not, but
Okay.
it protects from the peas.
You threw
Just the microphone cover.
the cover for the microphone, yeah, on the
Okay.
ground, and
And now I'm worried that it's collecting more fur when I put it back on.
You become
More
the
cat
very
fur.
thing
you want me
destroy.
to pick it up while you guys keep going?
No.
Okay.
No, we're good.
All right. So, how do you think it is that these platforms influence our habits?
They, especially recent, I think they're just very, minds are very impressionable, and I think certain forms of, especially short form content, are marketed specifically to grab your attention in a few seconds, and I think that tends to, like, obviously if your attention is going to be grabbed, you're going to be spending more time on it. The more time you think about it, the more time that it's taking up space in your brain. You're going to lean towards, that ¿cómo se llama? Being impressed upon to do certain things. I know one of the big things, like, people watch either on TikTok or YouTube are a lot of the daily, like, routines or whatever that people have, like morning routines and things like that, where people see, like, they have like this 5 a.m. Gym routine or 5 a.m. wake up routine that they get up, they drink a certain amount of whatever, take this supplement, do whatever skincare routine, and then go to the gym. And a lot of people, in my experience, I've talked to, like, they've seen those things and they implement them into their own, schedule. And I've done that too. Like, there's certain things where, like, certain habits, like before going on a run in the morning, that I like to do now because, like, I saw someone else do it, like
what?
on YouTube.
Give me an example.
I mean, stuff that you should normally do, but, like, foam roll and stretch, like, and do, like, just specific warm-ups that I get also from YouTube, basically. And that influences me because it's like, I used to, like, either run afterwards, after either work or school or whatever. Now I figured I should do it in the morning, aside from, like, and this, I'm going back to, like, the beginning when I started, waking up and doing these things before whatever I had to do for the day. that's how long it's been, and that's something that's been a constant. I think now,
Yeah.
it's something that I've kept in my life. I mean, there's other things that I guess other unhealthy habits that I've also picked up that I've tried to like let go of, such as just scrolling through social media.
Yeah. Well, I had that problem recently because I got into the habit of reading on Reddit specifically. I think I've said it before. I don't really have social media except for that. You know, it took me a while to even admit that that was social media. But I got into the habit that I was reading, and that's what I was spending like the first like 30 minutes of my day, even sometimes when I didn't have it, you know. And I had to replace it with something else. So now I'm doing reading, like reading a book or doing personal study, or I'm doing my Duolingo now in the morning because I forget to do it. So I'm gonna do it first thing in the morning, and I'm not allowed to move on with my day until I've done a little reading, I've done the Duolingo, and then I move on.
What are you learning, Fremen?
And yes, that is what I'm studying from. Correct. Cool. I'm only on lesson 2, but it's very hard.
You already learned Lisan al Gaib.
That's the first lesson, actually. Yeah.
You must not be a mentat.
No, what is that? I only watch the movies, so.
A mentat is the male version of the Bene Gesserit.
A mentat.
It's these people that are also not as awesome as the Bene Gesserits, but they're like mentally prepared as well. And I think they're more in the arts of war compared to the Bene Gesserits. I don't know.
Somebody's been reading the book.
That's right, baby.
We're proud of you.
Hewitt, I don't like you. Dr. Yue, I don't like you.
It's not time to just like slam fictional characters.
But here's why I
He's
slam them,
slamming
because
microphone
my
condoms.
yeah, that's right. This is why I slam them, because that's what my TikTok feed's all about now.
Okay.
It's just Paul
Dune.
Atreides.
That is
Dune
true.
2.
Yeah. Why?
Why?
'Cause you
I don't
like
know,
the video.
man. I feel like they're hearing me reading out loud, and like, oh, this guy's reading Dune.
Do you read out loud?
No, I don't. I do immersion reading.
So your phone's a mentat?
I feel like they get the.
Oh no! Anything you type on your phone, but and even anything like that, your phone, the microphone hears, like
Yeah.
you're just gonna be getting like an ad, or
Yeah.
your TikTok's gonna be.
Do you read on your phone? You have read the book on your phone, right?
No, I don't read. I mean, yes, but no. I do immersion reading, so I do the audiobook while I read the actual book.
Is that what immersion reading is?
That's what I recently found out from Book TikTok, baby. Book talk.
Talk.
Nice. So I've been doing immersion reading this
Yep.
whole time?
Yep.
Okay. cool.
Leanne would be proud of me. And you guys.
Yeah. You mentioned something that it's like it's just doing for you. I've gotten to the point where I'm kind of afraid of clicking on a video because I'm afraid that I'm going to have a bunch of that type of content pushed to me because I see trends. I'll hear.
Wait, how are you gonna?
Go ahead.
You don't have social media. How would that content be pushed towards you?
Well, because
if you don't have an account.
Well, because Reddit's kind of been doing that too, where it's like it gives me posts from, communities that I'm not really part of, and I'm there scrolling, and I'm thinking it's something that I want
You
curated
can
to me.
remove that.
Well, you're gonna have to show me how to do that later because I did not know that. Again, I don't have social media, so how would I know? It's also kind of changed over time. It wasn't like that, and it is now. So, like you said, you can remove that. Well, I mean, how am I supposed to know that it didn't used to do that before? These platforms are constantly evolving.
I mean, it's really like what everyone spends their time on. Like it's either Instagram or TikTok or, what's the other one? Twitter. Or X.
Yeah.
Formerly known as Twitter. And the thing is, like, everyone's constantly on their phones. With like, whether they're at work, at the gym, or work, like, just shopping in their cars,
Driving.
I don't know. That's why, recently, I deleted and deactivated Instagram.
I thought you deleted it,
It's deactivated.
so you can't. Okay.
I mean,
Well,
I don't know the process of getting it back. So
Isn't it just
I think
signing
you're just
in?
lying. You log
Yeah.
in, yeah.
no, because I had phone had the audio sign in or whatever, and I tried to do it and it just kept getting
There's
error.
an audio
error.
sign in?
Not audio, auto.
Oh.
Yeah.
Auto
Go to Instagram, and then just
It's-
open.
Yeah, it signs in.
It
with your
tried
voice.
auto signing in and it just kept getting error. So either my account might be gone forever. So
Okay.
I just haven't checked.
Hopefully.
Yeah. it's just I just found myself going there, and even now I still kind of like have that muscle memory to go and like swipe for the app that's not really there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So what I did, okay, I still have Reddit on my phone, but what I do is I have the show account on it, and I'm trying to get work done on it periodically, like at designated times during the week. My subreddits are not there, so like the stuff that I like to read is not there. But I find myself opening it, and then a reminder, oh, this is a work
Wrong
account.
account.
Yeah, I close. You know, but yes, it's my muscle memory. It's like I'm bored. My brain is doing nothing. Open this orange button. Oh, I forgot. I set myself up for failure here, and then go along my day.
Yeah, I've turned myself like I found myself turning to the New York Times like Wordle games, like Wordle and Connections, and finding a bunch of these games that it's like that takes up a good little chunk of my morning that I would be, you know, on social media otherwise. Aside from that, like the time I think that I have now that I spend on my phone where I'm not doing anything that I would be using for social media is typically now I'm just looking up some like stuff for school or like my career, like looking something up I don't know. Which I like, you know, I feel like it's a better use of my time. And TikTok is the one I haven't like gotten rid of, I think.
It's good because we send each other stuff through there, and I appreciate what you send me. And I hope you appreciate what I
I appreciate it as well. I haven't seen the one you sent me today though.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I got an email saying that you sent
Yes, I get emails saying, it's so annoying.
I get emails too, and I'm like, how do I turn this off? I'm pretty sure I did, and then I still keep getting them.
Yeah, I don't know. I do feel like YouTube, with TikTok, that's just a platform that I feel like I can learn. Like I learn on. Like
you mentioned this.
There's crap,
and then just good stuff.
and then there's like stuff that's like quality content that's like it's useful, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know this, or I learned more, or like it's actually hilarious, and it's like I'm laughing my butt off. But I mean, the thing I do like about TikTok is that you can more or less dictate what you're going to be watching or what you're seeing, and they'll sprinkle in something that you might want to see.
So you can control your algorithm.
Yeah, you can control, like, you like one video or comment on a certain type of like video, like book talk or, you know, Dune talk or whatever it is. I just made that up.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, let's market that.
Dune talk.
Because really, like, I could probably open my phone and it's just going to be an edit of Willy Wonka turning into Paul Atreides. And I remember when the NFL playoffs were going on and they had all those Lamar videos that Lamar's going to save us, Lamar's going to do this, or like,
and then Taylor Swift wins.
It's just a bunch of like, it's kind of like what's going on, like what's the trends, you know? NFL playoffs, Super Bowl coming up, there'll be a lot of.
How much do you depend? How much do you depend on knowing what's going on?
What do you mean?
Like, how much does your current events depend on keeping up with social media?
I feel like it's less. I don't know. It's just with Instagram, it's less like on a personal level with people, with my friends, because I feel like there's a lot of things that I don't know. I feel like I learned about a lot of things through Instagram.
Okay.
And now, you know, people will talk about something and I'm like, oh, I didn't see that, or I didn't like the most I think I'll get is on X or Twitter or whatever. That's where like I get my most recent news. But I find myself like really caring less and less about, you know, staying up to date or current. I think the only thing like I like keeping up to date with is like discussing film and updates that like they have, like projects being announced or actors.
The account discussing films.
Yes.
Or the act of discussing films.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of depend on you guys. I have, I guess, third-party access to social media by being sent X's, formerly known as tweets, Instas, and
they're called X's?
Yeah,
there's got to be a better way.
There's got to be. It's not changing it in the
X's
to begin with.
Elon, why?
Yeah, well, there's lots of reasons why, but yeah, I get sent tweets, you know, Instagram posts. That's it. I don't get sent Facebook messages, I don't think.
It's funny because now X has that thing where you have your page and then you have like another page where it's like
Elliot,
like who you follow and what you would like to see. What
Yeah.
you think you'd like to see.
And on that page, on the things that I like to see, I'm on a group chat with my friends, and there's sometimes they send
Jimmy?
sometimes they send memes, or tweets, and I see them, and then sometimes they send them, and I had like already seen them, and I feel like, and these people I don't even know that well. Like I was just added to this group chat, which was pretty cool. I really appreciate the group chat, but I feel like now our algorithms, our TikTok, our Twitter algorithms
We all
are
see the same stuff.
becoming one. Yeah, we all see the same one, and I feel like we're getting more intimate with each other because of that.
But also less personal.
But less personal, yeah, because now it's like we all see it.
Which I think that's how social media does.
Which
like,
is, who's more unique now? Who's gonna? So in reality, it isn't who's gonna bring the top quality, tweet. It's more like who's the first one to do it, because we're all getting the same ones.
So do you start searching for things that
MacGuffin.
no, for things that other people haven't seen, and you start kind of turning into different avenues, maybe dabbling in conspiracy theories,
I just don't-
election tampering.
No. It's always.
I
just
send
memes.
whatever it's in front of whatever's in front of me. It's not like I'm really searching for anything. MacGuffin.
The pickleball player.
Tyson? We should get him on the show.
Tyson MacGuffin. We heard you like the name MacGuffin. So if you want to be on our podcast, we would love to have you. Gabe
think
and I
you should
play
prob-
pickleball.
You should probably reach out
You should
personally.
play, by the way, George. You should try it out.
Okay, I'm open.
We play pickleball. We might get George to play. It's quite fun. Yeah. Hop on in,
What would Tyson MacGuffin's...
How'd you get into pickleball, Link?
bro.
How did you get into pickleball?
Someone just told me, let's go play pickleball. And I was like, bro, this is white people stuff, bro. What are we doing?
You said it, not me.
Oh, this weekend I played the most white sport ever. Spike pickle.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
Oh, look, was it fun?
That was actually pretty fun.
That's what I want to
It
play.
was actually pretty sick.
Is it
I played with a guy that
on the
introduced
paddles?
me. No. I didn't get like that. We just literally played with pickleballs and
In the spike ball.
the spike ball set. Yeah.
No, but they have in the spike ball.
Yeah, I've heard
website,
there's, like,
they
specific stuff.
they have they spell the pickleball.
What's the ball?
It's a pickleball,
It's just like a normal
a
pickleball.
normal pickleball, and then they have paddles, and you play spike ball with that.
What's the paddle like?
Oh, I don't know. I'm assuming it's the same thing as pickleball.
Oh, you're not allowed to ask. that.
Okay, so then that's what I.
Link doesn't have enough experience to know what the battle's like.
Yeah,
It's okay. It's a lot of fun. We should try it.
I'm down. It looks cool.
Does that kind of stuff?
We were like making up our rules and stuff. It was actually really cool.
Do you have like pickleball in your feed? Do you get
Yeah.
pickleball stuff?
Like I remember when I
Not
first
yet.
got into,
Not yet.
I remember when I first got into pickleball. I started following all these pickleball accounts. All my TikTok, my YouTube, everything was pickleball.
Yeah, 400 people.
And like I was 466,
Oh.
and I was like looking up videos to get, and that's
That's not even a joke. That's a serious number. You really have.
He subscribes to 466 YouTube accounts.
I've been on YouTube since like 2008.
How do you not have like YouTube Premium? How do you live with
Yeah.
all
What do you
those
mean?
ads? Like,
I have an ad blocker.
oh, let's talk about that later.
We won't say.
Okay,
We
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
say that.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's not illegal.
I don't think YouTube wants.
Yeah, don't say it. They're gonna
Well,
come after you, Mister.
YouTube-
YouTube's coming after you now.
YouTube tries to. Oh, because we're on YouTube.
Oh no, monetizes YouTube. Censor him, not us.
It's everything I say. Is
Wait, so you can just use a regular ad blocker? Or you need something special for that. But I
An
have an
exten-
ad blocker.
It's like an extension on Google.
Yeah, it's like a little thing here. Ad blocker, best ad blocker,
But I have that.
and you
Is
get
it not
ads.
in my settings. Yeah.
That's weird.
Okay, I gotta look into that. If it's that easy, why do they even offer YouTube Premium?
Money.
Okay. Anyways, you were saying about your communities. You have hundreds and hundreds.
466 since 2008.
Do you
Not
feel?
since 2008?
But he started in 2008.
I've amalgamated all that.
He's acquired all those.
Do you feel like social media has helped you connect with communities that you wouldn't normally?
Yeah, but whether that's a good thing, it's a different story.
Okay, so what are some of the good and some of the bad?
I think some of the good is just I'm trying to find the good.
Okay, I guess start with the bad, and then we end on a positive.
Snyder cultists
Oh,
and people that hate the Last Jedi.
you people that hate the Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Oh, people that hate the Last Jedi.
Mostly find those people on X. Like the negative responses, I usually find those people on X.
I mean, I find them on Reddit.
And on Reddit, yeah, and on
Yeah.
Reddit. But never on TikTok.
See, that's the thing. I feel like
I feel like the TikTok gods protect me from.
I feel like
negative people.
we all use social media differently. And for me, like, I was never like, I'm checking Reddit every single day. For some reason.
Sometimes I'm checking Reddit every single hour.
That's like me with X.
Yeah.
And like with Reddit, I like will Google something that's very like a very specific issue that I have. And Reddit usually has someone that's like going through a very similar, which is why I appreciate it. But Reddit has a ton of information I think is very useful that I should probably transition into that social media platform more. Twitter just has just people's takes that are just stupid.
Wild.
But also at the same time, it's like I see some of the funniest things and I will never delete that app.
I think Twitter is the funniest one of them all.
And the way that X is monetized now makes it so that I feel like controversy creates.
Yeah. People are tweeting to get a reaction.
Yeah. Also, the blue check marks. I don't know if you.
I don't even care about the blue check mark.
But because the blue check marks prioritize your comment in a discussion. So I don't know if you've seen it where somebody will post something and then like the top 10 comments are
blue check marks.
Yeah, and the blue check marks.
Interesting.
And they're usually like
people with bad takes.
No, usually OnlyFans, something racist, something politically controversial, and
like in X, all the things that they're not even like. A lot of the replies aren't even like.
They're
robots.
They're just
yeah. What was it that Tony Khan said about robots?
I think he said that an army of bots is coming for the company or something like that.
They tried and they failed.
I once memorized the X or tweet at the time, the tweet, but I don't remember all the details.
I mean, I do remember, and I remember we talked about this with Dan. I think especially when a lot of these fandom, communities were tweeting, like whenever a Star Wars show was out, and like episode to episode, people were bashing and people were loving it, and people just had these takes. And I remember I think all of us, but me and Dan, I remember having a conversation where like it was like getting to us because we were like actually getting upset about these people that are random people we will never interact with.
You don't even know if they're actual people.
Yeah, they could be bots.
Yeah,
and we were just getting like it would make us. It wasn't like this whole thing that would ruin your whole day. But you see enough of that stuff and that you're filling your mind.
I think it could ruin your whole
day with a negative mindset, and it's just like I know that he deleted it for a while, for his own. Peace of mind, and I kind of just stopped caring about that stuff. There's some now that are just egregious that I have to show because they're so preposterous. But aside from that, I feel like I've done a lot better with not really reacting or just being like, that's an opinion.
Yeah,
that's a choice people have, and I gotta remember that.
One thing I like to do is after I've seen something or I've experienced something, then go out and find out what people have to say about it. Like after I've already made up my mind. But one thing that was really affecting me was listening to people's feedback before I've seen something, especially like when a trailer would drop and then people would dissect every little bit of it. I think we talked about this a long time ago when we were watching some of those Marvel shows, like the Mephisto thing.
Oh my gosh.
And how they were just getting all these references.
I will say, like all those theories, man. Like I think
they got me.
Made me like the show was good, and I feel like I would have enjoyed it a lot more if I wasn't paying attention to that stuff.
Yep. And I think I stopped paying attention to that stuff. Like I saw the new trailer for The Acolyte. You guys saw the trailer for The Acolyte? Link, have you seen it?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw it. And I was like, this looks pretty cool. This might be good. Yeah.
But people hated it.
Well, I don't know. Because I was like, I'm not going to go find out. I literally don't know what anyone thinks about it.
Same.
People hate it.
People hated it?
I saw. I'm like, okay.
So look at this experience here where two of us has seen it and we know not what the rest of the world feels about it. We just know, that might be good. Look, something to look forward to. Link, on the other hand, has not even seen the trailer, but he knows what everybody else thinks about it.
Yeah, but I've seen more negative things than positive things.
Yeah. And you wonder too if that's even accurate because I've seen more negative things than positive things. Does that mean there's more negative?
Minority.
Yeah. I don't. Sometimes it is indicative, but sometimes it isn't.
I mean, I feel like we went through a similar situation recently with Avatar, the live action show.
Yeah.
Which that was a good episode, by the way. I listened to it even though I wasn't on it.
Thank you.
Nor have I seen Avatar. It made me watch the pilot. And I'm going to get to it.
You watched the live action pilot?
No. The animated.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to get to the next filler part of Naruto, and then I'm going to take a break, and I'm going to go into Avatar.
Well, that should be like any day now.
Yeah, I'm like 2-3 episodes away. Anyways, continue.
That one was pretty divided, I want to say. I saw a lot of love, but I also saw a lot of hate for it.
I saw love. Yeah,
You saw love like once it all dropped?
I saw love on TikTok. I
spectrum.
mean, I
The
saw
spectrum.
love on Twitter, hate on X.
What?
I'm sorry, hate on TikTok. I'm sorry, all these names confuse me. Love on X, hate on Twitter. On
When you
TikTok.
go to twitter.com, everyone loves it. But when you type in X,
.com.
then everyone hates
you
it.
ever think
porn.
they're gonna have a hate on the spectrum show?
I hope not.
We're leaving that in, but that might be a little that might be a little sus, as the children say. So you talked a little bit about negatives. I think some positives, fan art.
I never got into fan art.
You never got into fan art?
I mean, the only thing I've seen from fan art is like Boss Logic. Have you heard of that guy?
Yeah.
He makes like really
Oh, he
cool,
makes
like,
those
art.
cool posters.
Yeah.
He makes like official ones now, right?
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
hire him and they do stuff now. But like before, I thought those were awesome, and I
Yeah.
think people. That's the thing. I guess I'm not the most in tune with that.
Yeah.
Especially like art, but it's like I feel like it's an awesome medium to be able to put your stuff out there.
Yeah.
And get seen and get noticed. And I think that's how social media, is used as a tool that can really, put something that like I would never have seen in a million years
Yeah.
in front of me, and like, oh, I can like this. Oh, this could be an interest of mine. This could be something that I am genuinely like, attracted to, and I can, pursue that. And I think ideally that's where social media like, shines.
Mm-hmm.
And aside from like, all the negativity on social media, all the hate that you've seen like, on people's comments and, and all these things, I do think that there are people that try to be positive, try to be. And I see a lot of that on Reddit. Like I see a lot of people, knock others down
Yeah.
sometimes, but I also see like, support, like people supporting. I'll find a random thread from like 5 years ago talking about something, and it's just a list of, it's just like a bunch of like, what are they called? Just comments?
Comments.
Yeah.
Just comments, supporting this person. And I'm over here like, wow, this was like 5 years ago, and I'm, getting spectated as like, these were nice interactions,
Yeah.
And that like for some people, what they read on social media is everything to them. I don't think that's how it should be. I mean, for me personally,
Yeah.
but people really, that takes a toll on people's mental health a lot.
Yeah.
Especially when someone's putting something out there and then they just get like bombed on or stuff like that. That hurt. Like was it Daisy Ridley, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there's a bunch of celebrities that have gone through that to the point where like they delete their social media completely because it's not, to them it's not worth it, I guess.
It's funny how you mentioned the replies and everything. I don't really have a lot of experience with that because I just lurk. I never post. I
On
never
Reddit.
reply. Yeah. I don't even upvote or downvote. Like
What? Not
Yeah.
even that?
no, not even that. Like it's zero basically. My up and down vote.
I upvote the people that fight bullies on there.
Well, I literally just lurk, but there's a couple of times in my life where someone's asked for a piece of information, and usually when somebody asks a question, like 15 people have the solution immediately. But a couple of times I've like waited and no one's answered this guy's question. I was like, I have the answer. So I would share. And then the interaction that comes back and forth is like, oh, it was so nice.
I
Like,
did that a couple of times for wrestling shows. When
Yeah.
people would ask questions with shows that we were at, and then I'd be
Mhm.
like, no, this happened. And they're like, oh, thank you. And I'm like,
yeah, that one happened one time. Somebody asked about the Black Widow skin in Fortnite, and they're like, when is this coming back? It's been 3 years. And they had some question about it, and I responded it, and I was like, oh, I really want it, but now I'll never get it. And then it came back recently, and some guy messaged me from a comment that I made like 3 years ago. Hey, it's out now. Get it. And
oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Wow.
That's what a
a gentleman.
Yeah, and I was like, thank you. I
Guy.
am.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, and it was only in for like 24 hours. So
Did you get it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, because of that one
Because
guy?
of that one guy. Because I got a notification. I was like, I don't have notifications. It's a reply.
Do you remember his name to give him a shout out?
No, I don't. Off the top of my head, I'm sorry. No, what a sad end to that story.
It's okay.
But so fan art, I see it a lot on Reddit because It's very competitive on Reddit. I feel like I don't see a lot of fan art because the subreddits aren't really for that. I mean, they are, but I'm not on those. So it's usually a really nice piece. And so many times some creator will make something there and then that's my new wallpaper, you know, and I'll just throw it up there. And like you said, you would never see that through any other avenues. And it kind of, it's interconnectedness in a way that, you know, I don't think we had in any other prior generation.
Mm-hmm.
I think you talked a little bit about memes, Link. You said you had that group chat with memes.
Yeah.
What role do memes play in modern social media?
Meme,
I believe that they are the life of social media. And when I say meme, it doesn't necessarily have to be that same format of a picture and then, you know, words. It could be anything. So yeah, I think they're the life.
So could you unpack that for me? Like what? How can you branch out from
classifies
that?
a meme?
That's the hard part. It's up to you to decide what classifies as a meme. You have, like I said, you have your traditional ones where it's a picture, something funny, and words.
They still use that a lot.
They still use that a lot. Nowadays, screenshots of a tweet can be considered meme, and those are also pretty funny.
I feel like they're also like comedic templates.
Yeah,
That you can recreate, or someone like will like do a spin or a take on it,
yeah,
and then that itself turns into a meme.
A meme within a meme, like a
Yeah.
memeception.
And it's just like it combines like, you know, trends with comedic relief.
Yeah.
I think.
Have you ever been exposed to something that you had absolutely no idea what it was talking about? What it was?
no, all the time on that group chat that I'm in,
Exposed to like
that I don't know what it is.
a subculture,
Yeah, or like a meme that's like a reference within a reference, and you're like, I have no idea what any of this.
Oh
is.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
all the time.
Oh, okay, good. I thought it was just me. What about hashtags? Do hashtags still play a role in?
I think for the algorithm, yeah.
I
think
just don't know who uses hashtags.
I feel like hashtags were a way to, you know, they were the tweet.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag whatever. Now it's just like I'm putting hashtag to get into a certain algorithm to get my video seen somewhere. So
And they like
there's-
spam them, right?
there's-
Like,
yeah,
whatever.
they're still being used. Like, I mean, even in our videos, I'm pretty sure we put hashtag
Yeah,
this, hashtag
but
that,
it's just
whatever.
more technical than it is something that
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you seek out.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. It's interesting how content like that evolves over time. What about misinformation, harmful content?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know how many times there's this website called The Onion. You know how many people
I grew up
Post-
loving the.
Yeah, it
post
is
the
hilarious.
onions and they think it's real content, and then you have to explain to them, no,
yeah,
that's,
because
that's fake.
yeah, because you see, like, and I mean, referring, like, going back to what I was talking about before, discussing film.
Yeah.
There's discussing and there's disbussing.
There's a disbussing film account that just has the most like ludicrous titles that like, but sometimes like I don't know whether to believe them or not. And then I had like at first it was getting all of us. Like
Yeah.
we were sending it as if it was like this is actually happening, and then I would see like disbussing and be like, I got you, brother. Sorry. But no, but recently sometimes discussing film will be tweeting out stuff and I would think it's a disbussing tweet, and I'm like, oh, this is actually real.
This is it, yeah.
And there's just people that they spread information just for the clickbait.
And now there's
Yeah.
memes about
Yeah.
that, like
Yeah.
specifically like people below will probably be like when I purposely spread misinformation, and then just like a, you know, an evil face, an evil smile, you know.
The other day we're on a group chat about like stuff that we watch, and one person said, "Oh, look, they sent a TikTok that the actress that's playing Azula in the live action, that she got replaced." And I was looking at the tweet, like the X account, and I'm like, "This is all fake." I'm like,
How'd you know?
because you have to just go in,
Yeah.
just go, and then you'll see. Like it's common sense. And then this person said, "Yeah, man, it's real. She got fired."
No, I will say like a lot of this stuff has like led me to fact check more.
Yeah, you have to
Definitely
fact
a lot
check.
more, like because I looked that up and I was like I found no traces.
No
of that
trace of
whatsoever.
that. Just that's one account.
People
that's
were just
that.
saying that.
And then I'm like, "Bro, how'd you fall for that?"
No, but that's like because people want to believe it's something like
Yeah.
you say that
Exactly.
people want.
Yeah,
to
it's
believe it.
clickbait. 'cause
Confirmation
yeah.
bias.
But even then, you still have to check because it's sometimes like it's not enough.
Or like,
It's just one account, and no one else can confirms it.
and I feel like I've learned. I feel like I've gotten a lot of stuff from. I've been better at fact checking because of you, because I used to send stuff just that I saw. I'm like, this sounds awesome. Send it, or like I would say something and then you'd be like source, and then I had to go look and I'm like, oh crap.
That's fake.
Yeah, I mean, because that happens with me. Sometimes you'll get some announcement and it will be a credible source, but it's only one, and I'm like, I'm gonna wait.
Oh,
Yeah.
like there was something I think I saw about like, Keaton being in like a Batman Begins, or like Denis Villeneuve like wanting to direct the Batman Begins movie,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that
Sounds
sounds amazing.
amazing.
Like, what? And I Google it, and I can't find a thing, and I'm like, crap.
They got you. How do you feel getting caught?
Well, I didn't send it, so
Mm.
I'm good with that.
I think somebody sent it. That happens all the time in that group chat that we're in together, where we share,
Yeah.
you typically movie, TV, sometimes games, stuff. Where if I'll get a real meaty morsel, and I'll be like, "This is good," and then I'll be like, "Wait, how come nobody sent it to me
Yeah.
yet?" And then I'll think about it, and then every once in a while, it was just a busy day, and I got to it 1st. It was busy for everybody else, and I was like, "Finally." There's also, you mentioned The Onion, this busing film for wrestling. We have this thing called kayfabe news.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they put fake stories like and people believe it.
All
They
the
always
time.
forget to read. It's kayfabe news, guys.
Or maybe they don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. Like they don't know The
Yeah.
Onion, right? But sometimes they get me because sometimes you'll read the title first, and then
And
in
then, yeah.
parentheses it'll be the source, and I'll be like, "Darn it, they got me again." So I think the main point here is that social media has become such a pervasive part of our life, but I think it's also become an essential one. Is there anywhere to escape it?
Escape social media?
Yeah, can we escape it? Should we escape it?
Well,
Go to the woods, brother.
what's hard is that I feel like we can't escape it. Like, you can honestly disconnect from everything. It's hard for us because we run our account through social media.
Yeah, that's
You,
true.
you get me? So it's like I try not to use Instagram during the week, but
But also, like
we
the organization.
we post things like on through social media on TikTok. I mean on Instagram. So it's like I have to re-download it, do it. Then
But what about the
delete
other
it again.
avenues of your life? What about like work and the other organizations you're affiliated with? And
I think it's a choice. I think it's a choice. It's a hard choice, I think, because a lot of people are just so accustomed to it. But for me, like I knew like the way that I'm getting, or I won't be on Instagram, is by not having it there. Because I'm just so accustomed to that. My brain is that neural pathway is there. I'm just gonna go to it, you know.
Yeah.
So to me, like I just had to eliminate it altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Until like until I was like, I feel a need that it's like, yeah, this is, I want to be back. I want to be able to like, because for me, like right now, like I've had people just reach out and be like, oh, like, did you delete your Instagram? I couldn't find your Insta. I was trying to like, reach out to you and say something, and I'm like, oh, like it's a good thing you have my number. Like
I've tried
I'm not
everything.
gonna-
I've tried everything.
I don't wanna-
I had to resort to messaging
I
you.
don't want to bury my cousin, but like my cousin needed my address because he's getting married and he's gonna send me an invite, and he messaged me on Facebook Messenger going like, I couldn't find you on Instagram, so here I am on Facebook Messenger. I'm like, you don't have my phone number? You're family. But I mean, some people that's how they connect. That's how
Right.
they reach out to people. And
Why do you think that is? Why do you think they can't connect directly to you through some means like
people are different. Some people like talking over the phone. Some people like texting. Some people like FaceTiming. It's my preference at that point, I think. And if you are constantly on those apps, it's just easier. If you're constantly on those apps, it's like, this is how I communicate. This is how this is my texting. This is whatever,
It's sometimes easier to start relationships like that. Like if you see a girl and you're interested in her, it's easier to get her into. It's less. It's not that it's easier, but it's
yeah, you're threading this line very carefully.
No, it's. I mean, it is easier. But it's also more like you're not asking for too much. You get me?
It's not as invasive.
It's not as invasive. Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like asking for someone's number, like sure, have my Instagram instead. So nowadays, like you would get someone's Instagram and then DM them, and then from there work your magic, somehow get their number.
Why do you think that is, by the way? Why is one more less invasive, less pervasive than the other?
Oh, I have no idea. Gabe?
Because I mean, you could
like
block
numbers
on
and
both
numbers in Facebook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
numbers.
I mean,
in
numbers in Instagram or
Yeah,
whatever. I feel like more people do it on Instagram because it's like
safer.
you're kind of it's safer, but it's like you're on Instagram. You are selling yourself. They can kind of see your business card.
I
Basically,
think that's the wrong platform.
I don't even. That's what I mean. It just sounded weird, I
Yeah.
guess. But it's like you have pictures of yourself, the things that you like to do. Like it's like a trailer basically to.
A trailer
Kind
to
of.
your life.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's what you want people to see
Mhm.
in a public. It's like a social LinkedIn basically for
Okay.
like personal stuff. And I don't know. I guess phone numbers is different in a way that it's like I guess if you ask for a phone number, there's intention. Like if I ask for a stranger's phone number, it's like okay, my goal is to
I'm interested in you,
yeah,
and I want to get to know
and
you.
it's
more.
straightforward.
Yeah.
Which I think
Which might
people
be better
probably should be.
sometimes. Yeah, exactly.
With Instagram, I think Instagram has just become the social norm.
Of doing
I
it.
think how to connect with people. Like before, it was Facebook or MySpace or whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember MySpace.
Instagram is just the norm now. I think.
Yeah, in my mind, like it's like you said, it's less invasive and it's safer for the woman.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'll do whatever makes you want, whatever is more comfortable with you. So I think if you're more comfortable sharing your Instagram account now, that's okay, perfectly fine.
You can send memes. You can send these things.
That's a good way to start, anyways.
And
I'll get your number
you
later
can
on.
You can block the person. Like you can unfriend them. You can not
That's
follow
true.
them. You can. That's, I guess, easier. If someone has your phone number, it's like they have your phone number.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Shoot your shot.
how did we get there?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of smoke and mirrors in today's day and age, like especially with social media. Like I said, like sometimes it's kind of a front that you're putting up.
Yeah.
You're trying to put, your best self on those platforms to make like sometimes that's not, the reality of what's going on with you or who you are or whatever. But that's how you want to be that's how you want to portray yourself. That's how what do you want to be seen as. And for better or for worse, that's the world that we live in. And I think people have been accustomed to that. And, we just perpetuate this cycle and we keep going. And some people like it, some people don't. Because there's people like that you meet, like you get their Instagram and you see, and you think you're already forming, perceptions about this person. You think that they're going to be this type of way.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually meet them and it's like, oh, wow, you're completely different from what I thought.
How can we see through the smoke and mirrors?
Talk to the person, have actual genuine conversation, and
Ask them who they voted for.
that's a good way to start.
That's how you start. You asked them who they voted
Could
for.
you imagine? That's eliminating it's process elimination. We're getting rid of so many issues.
I don't think it means as much as you think it means, but agree to disagree. There.
I wouldn't do that, but I think that would be effective.
So,
Smile.
you want to tell our listeners and viewers to just post who they voted for on the social media?
Yeah, just let us know who you voted for. Were you Team Trump, Team Biden? What was the other independent guy?
Washington?
Oh, it only counts like the last election?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Tell us who you would have voted for.
Who would have voted for? Yeah, who are
Lincoln,
Who are you interested? Yeah, exactly.
Carter, JFK, Johnson.
Jackson? It's kind of weird.
Bell was the president, right?
Alexander Graham Bell? I don't think so.
There was a Bell. Not
Tinker Bell.
Alexander.
I don't think so.
But yeah, let us
Google.
know who you ever wanted
You know
to
what?
vote
I'll just
for.
say it. I'll just say he was the president. What is I'm going to do? Fact check me?
Yeah,
Purposely spread misinformation.
Oh, and I think you should end the episode link by just telling everyone to follow us on social media.
yeah. So we're talking about social media. You want to get to know us a little bit more? Follow us there. We're on TikTok.
We're authentic.
We're on Facebook.
Yeah, get to
We're
know
on
us.
X, we're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. So yeah, get to know us there. We try to produce more content there for you guys, so you get to know us a little bit more. If you're cute, hang out. DM us. DM us. I'll look into that account, and then I'll send you a DM to my real account, and from there we'll start talking, and then we'll get to actually know each other.
John Bell was a
Not a-
candidate for the presidency.
okay.
He didn't win though.
All right.
Was that someone you're interested in
I
voting
thought
for?
he was the
Gabriel?
president of the Confederacy. They only had one, I think.
Was it him?
No, it was Jefferson Davis.
So yeah, follow us.
Miles'
also.
dad?
Not
If you're interested in one of us, because George is married, you can't be interested in him.
Correct.
Shoot your shot on Instagram, and now let Gabe know if you choose Gabe, and if you pick me, then whenever on the weekends I install it.
I really feel like you shouldn't be using our social media
For my
platforms
love
for
life,
this.
excuse me, I am the world's most eligible bachelor. So,
That's a deep
I
cut.
don't know. I think that expired. It's been a year.
we got to do it a year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Till next time.
Ex eligible bachelor.